Welcome back to the final part of our 7-part series. This whole series was designed to help people that have no knowledge of setting up a business, no knowledge of how to sell on Amazon, and hopefully from start to finish you have got at least the foundation to develop the skills to make you a huge seller in this space. In the previous 6 episodes we have talked about should you be a sole trader, go down the route of a limited company. We've talked about setting up a business bank account, the pros and cons. We've talked about the different types of toolkits that can assist you sourcing, buying and managing your products, your inventory. We've also talked about types of things you'll need to be able to ship a parcel, the boxes, the bubble wrap, the different tools that you can get. We've done a high-level overview of the key areas of Seller Central and how to get set up on that. And we've also covered how to ship your first parcel, how to add it to Amazon, how to get it shipped in as quick as possible, and how to sort of manage all of that. So now the final piece of the puzzle is your bookkeeping. Now this is a very important part of the Amazon journey, and in my opinion the hardest bit maybe at the start to get your head around, because it takes a lot of managing. You can imagine all the products that you're buying and selling. You need to have invoices, you need to be able to track the ins and outs of your whole entire Amazon business, and that's before you add in ads, before you add in sponsorships, referrals. It can get very, very messy. So it is very important that you are managing your bookkeeping from the start. And again, ideally going back to the previous videos, the purposes of having a business bank account, I can't stress that enough. If you're trying to do this through your personal bank account with your ins and outs of your takeaways and your shopping bills plus business, good luck to you. It'll be very, very difficult. But I'm going to show you how you can manage your bookkeeping yourself and how you can also get expertise in, and hopefully between all the advice that we give here, you can make the best decision to suit your business. But of course you must do your own due diligence. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so to start off, what we'll talk about is if you are a sole trader. If you're a sole trader and you're deciding that's the route for me, I'm going to do this maybe on a smaller scale, test the water, see how it goes, don't want a business bank account, don't want the limited company, going to do my own self-assessment. Well, the good thing is, the pro, in my opinion, of doing that is that you can do all of this yourself. Limited company, in my opinion, I think you have to get an accountant. I think unless you've got expertise, you'd be completely lost, and they're worth their time and money to be able to make you more tax efficient. But for this, if you're self-assessment, you could do it yourself. So the first thing is you get your orders. What you can do is set up an Excel spreadsheet. So this is like a mock-up of a kind of template that we'd give out to one of our sellers. So I made this sheet myself, and you can see total loss, profit, not looking too good at a minus. You can see here, I sort of put down the expenses, different types of things, and every title, every month, and I kind of keep a log of it that way. So you would have your subscriptions, you could have your bubble wraps, even your diesel costs, certain things to go into stores. Anything at all that could be an expense, you put it in there. Now we're not going to talk about how to do a tax return because that's completely a different video. I'm just talking about how to present, how to manage your logging as you go along. So this kind of spreadsheet would help. You can go very easily onto Amazon, download all your products, all your sales, transactions, try to do it from a certain date, start of the month, end of the month, so you're capturing all. Every month usually is usually quite a good way of doing it. You put in all the different breakdowns. But what I found is actually just putting all the products in a row with the date, and you can see here it starts to get a bit messy, but what I like to do was I would download all of July's products and paste it into here, and then I would just go through and manually type in the quantity that I bought and the cost. Now it can get a bit more messy because sometimes you'll get cash back, and what way do you monitor that? Personally speaking, I just leave cashback as a separate identity. I just go with what did I buy in my invoice, because cashback sometimes won't track. I've had issues with that. Maybe you think you're going to get 10%, but because you lose the discount code, they don't give you the 10%, and maybe you're factoring that in. So again, just as a tip, I always just look at cashback as an extra pot, an extra bonus. When I'm doing my calculations on my return on investment, I don't look at cashback. Some people will, some people don't. Maybe at the start, it's maybe you could look at it, but for me, in my experience, you're better off not, because if you're buying a huge order of £500-600, you're expecting 20% cash back. That £120 maybe is the difference from you being profitable or not. If that doesn't come through, and you could be waiting 2-3 months for the cash back, it's just very hard to manage, very, very messy. I would just go by what price did you pay on the day and use that as your price per unit. other factors that can come into play as well. That could change things. Is you might buy the product one day and a month you might replenish it and you might get it cheaper. How do you manage all of that? So it can get quite messy, but in simple terms, it is very much doable. A spreadsheet like this, you can do it end of the year. You just have all your invoices saved somewhere, very neat and tidy, have it all tracked, and then you can just do your self-assessment, income, outcome, you have your expenses, your income, and self-assessment could be very straightforward. I don't really recommend doing that. I think it's very much a beginner, and I think if you do get a couple of months into this, and especially if you're in, say, Deal Hunters, our group, you're going to be making so much money that you're going to want to upgrade straight away. That moves me on to Sellerboard. Now, we covered this in the inventory management, the toolkits that you can get, similar to Seller Toolkit, but what I like about this is it integrates into QuickBooks. QuickBooks can manage all your accountancy. In my opinion, probably again, don't really need QuickBooks, but again, it's another level of being able to get all this managed and detailed a lot cheaper than going to an accountant. So you can explore QuickBooks. QuickBooks and different types of these are all the same. They pretty much manage your income and outgoings, and they sort of almost wrap up your self-assessment for you. So you can connect that and a link in, but this, what I like about it is it'll tell you, you can manually input your expenses as one-time expense. Say you had to pay extra postage, so in Northern Ireland I'd have to pay for postage back to my house because I live in Northern Ireland. If I want to get something physically here, if I don't want it to go to the fulfillment centre, that means I have to pay an extra fee. So I would put in my extra fees in there. I thankfully don't ever have to really do it, but if I did, you know, it could be £4 or £5. Put that stamp in and then just note the expense for what it is. Everything's calculated in here, though. This is why I like about it. All your shipping fees, all your FBA fees, everything is calculated here, so you can see at the end what your outgoing is. Plus, for every product, you can manually then type in cost of goods sold. And if you have a duplicate or you want to, have 4 or 5 different prices for this, you can do all of that as well. You just click the link and change as and when it suits. So if you have 5 different versions of the same product, you can input all the different costs, and then it just calculates everything, gives you a more accurate overview of your profit. So with Sellerboard then, again, keeping your receipts, you can easily do your own self-assessment. If you're doing self-assessment, I definitely explore doing your own tax return. Perhaps upgrade to something like Sellerboard. Again, don't forget, 2 free months of Sellerboard, the link down below for you to try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Plus you'll get 2 free weeks of Deal Hunters. So I highly recommend you may as well try that out. I would skip the spreadsheet. Personally speaking, the time you'll spend, you'll make that back. It's not a big fee for Sellerboard. So I would highly recommend that. And I would highly recommend that for your limited company. So again, moving on to the limited company, that's the sole trader side of things done. The limited company, you've got to use Sellerboard. You've got to have some sort of profit management. Dealing with Amazon's downloads and stuff, it's just not worth it. If you're serious about this, get a toolkit. Seller Toolkit, Sellerboard, whatever one you want. We recommend Sellerboard, obviously, because it is cheaper and it's virtually the same thing. You may as well get something like that to help you to manage your inventory. Now you can go to local accountants. Some accountants can charge you £1,000, some will charge you £2,500. It really depends on how much work you've done. So the better prepped you are, the better management you have, the lower one-on-one fee you will get. And speaking to a professional accountant will give you tax benefits. You have to understand they are the experts for a reason. They will know certain things that you can claim for, certain things that you can't claim for, and the current tax year changes all the time. Especially at the moment in 2023, at the time of recording, we're seeing that your dividend payments are getting slashed from 2,000 to 1,000. Next year, they're going to go down to 500. There's changes happening all the time, and you have to be sure that you're compliant with that, especially as we move out of Brexit in the UK. But this will be applicable for whatever country you are in. You need to understand the tax implications, the rules set out, and a good, efficient tax person will be able to help you with that. But there's plenty of online ones. Now, QuickBooks unfortunately won't do a limited company returns. Limited company returns are a lot more difficult. You have to do income, outcome statements. They have to declare it. You have to do perhaps a VAT return. There's a lot more to it. And in my opinion, unless you've got the expertise, I would completely avoid trying to attempt to do this on your own and seek some expert help. Now, if you're like me, you're living in the modern day world, you want things online, quick, being able to speak to someone without appointments, and you want to be able to pay a more reasonable fee. And that leads us to our new partner, that is Awesome. Awesome do all the business work for you to help you grow your business. Every YouTuber under the sun is promoting Osome at the moment. I was a bit skeptical, but they won me over. I'll be honest, I wasn't too pleased with the service at the start. It took them maybe 3-4 weeks, but you know what? I have to give them credit where credit is due. The issues that I had, they did their best to resolve them. They have resolved them, and now we are smooth sailing. I'll not get into the issues, but there were just little niggly things that I just wasn't particularly happy with. But now that they've sorted them out, check out their Trustpilot reviews. They are very, very good. I was just one out of 1,000 that had those types of issues, so I wasn't going to hold that against them. We've struck a deal, we've done a partnership, and again, to try to give you the best possible discounts. As always, it is entirely up to you to choose your own accountant, of course, but Osome will do your return, mini return, as you start off, do the mini package, £500 for the year plus VAT. It is unbelievable how much this will save you compared to going to your local agent. And as a special bonus, check out the links down below. Now there's 2 links. One link is for £100 off your accountancy plan. Okay, any accountancy plan, you'll get £100 off by using the discount code down below. And as a special unique deal hunter bonus that we have negotiated with Osome, what we're going to do is give you 1 full free month of deal hunters if you set up your limited company with the link down below and your bank account. So just to summarize, if you've watched all of this and you think I'm ready to take the plunge, by clicking the link down below and paying £12, you could have a limited company set up, your bank account set up, free month of deal hunters, and you have all the knowledge to be able to buy and get all the prep set up today. Pay your Amazon subscription when the time comes, and you could be a fully pledged Amazon business owner and start your journey today to making 5, 6, 7 figures in this game. And I look to see you all in the deal group. I hope you have found this 7-part series enjoyable. If you can, please like, subscribe. We're going to try and keep giving you as much information and as much deals to help people get onto this journey. I know when I started, I was looking for as much free stuff, as much help as possible, and hopefully you're getting some benefit from this channel. Please like, subscribe. I will catch you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.